Say it with me. It's a great day to be rich. Say it with me again. It's a great day to be rich. Realize I create happiness. I'm Vivian Rich. Your rich friend. I help you live richer with ease as you're building wealth through business and teaching you how to structure and formulate those profitable businesses with ease. Exactly. Now, rich friends, we know we need to declare something, right? Let's declare it. Declare it. 2024, I expect more. Say it with me. 2024, I expect more. 2024, I expect more. Say it. 2024, I expect more. Expect more from myself, expect more from others, and I expect more from my business. When we expect more, we get to do what? Experience more. Type it in the chat. I expect more, expect more, expect more. Because when we're expecting more, we get to experience more. Today is Wellness Wednesday here, friends. Wellness Wednesday. And where would you have an opportunity to check in, just to check in on our friends, because a lot of time life gets busy and life is happening and we forget to check in. Has that happened to you? Have you forgotten to check in on someone that you care about? Someone that you hadn't talked to in months? This is a new year. Have you touched base with many of those people that you really know that you love and care about? And then have you reached out a little bit further to connect with those people that you really care about, but you just haven't had a time to touch base with them? They might have been friends from high school. They may have even been friends from college, maybe even friends from a business association. Reach out and touch. Today is Wellness Wednesday, and that's why I come here today to check in with you to see how you're doing, my rich friend. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? What is going on in your experience right now? And what are you creating? So we touch base here every Wednesday. I live stream via whatever platform you're on right now. But mainly, if you miss me on this particular platform, you can always catch me over on YouTube. I want you to know that YouTube, a little housekeeping. You can always find our videos over on youtube.com/@ Vivian Rich. youtube.com/@ Vivian Rich. You'll always find me there if you miss our Wellness Wednesday. Today on Wellness Wednesday, we are talking about you got to love it to get it. You got to love it to get it. Okay, rich friend? Sometimes it may be hard, to love those things, you know, to love the journey to get what you want. Okay, let's just say it like that. Sometimes it may be hard to love the journey to experience what you want. But my rich friend, we're going to talk about how we can unpack that and create a loving relationship to experience more of what we want to experience. That's right. We expect more, we get more experiences. And I want to share this with you because a lot of times, some of you, and a lot of life happens. Let's just say life happens, okay? Life happens. And we find ourselves sometimes planted in situations that we did not necessarily expect, or we may even find ourselves reconstructing our life, you know, rebuilding, as some would say. You're rebuilding and things like that. And in that process, you might get you probably go through the first phase is like, what the? And then you go through the next phase. All right, you get an idea and a plan of how to make it move. And then in somewhere along the way, the third phase, you get a little bit like, oh my gosh, this is hard. Did I really expect to do this? Is this what I really want to experience? I didn't know all this here came with it, especially those of you that have started a business in the last year or two, and you might be experiencing some things and saying, whoa, wait a minute, I did not sign up for all of this. Well, hold on before you throw in the towel, okay? Hold on, come on back, come on back, come on back before you throw in the towel. Because, there is hope and there is a way that you can experience more and as you're going along in this journey. So one of the things, my plants back here, I'm a plant mom, okay? I'm a plant mom in addition to a mother of 5 beautiful human beings. All right. So I do this thing with my plants. Some of them have tea leaves that grow out front. And then if you have tea leaves, they get to be large and huge. This is a tea leaf right here. The green ones in the fur bag, not this one, but the farther back. Okay, those are tea leaves. And so what I do is sometimes they grow so large, I take them and I clip them, and then I replant them. And she don't look so well right now, does she? You know, she might not be looking her best, especially her siblings around her are a little bit brown. But that process, it after a while, if I water it and I love it like we talked about last time, if I water it and continue to love up on it, it will soon germinate, catch root, and grow. And I share that with you, rich friends, because I've done this process a number of times so much that I'm actually creating a beautiful hedge line of tea leaves. And I share this with you in particular because right now you may be experiencing somewhere in your business, in your life, in your human experience today, wherever you are, you might be experiencing where you've been replanted and uprooted and planted somewhere differently. Is that anyone in here? Anyone in here has been uprooted and planted somewhere differently? It happens. It happens. And it's not always a bad thing. The thing is, we have to learn to calibrate to it because a lot of times that's the part that jolts us is we get shifted and moved and repositioned, replanted into another environment. However, we have not learned to calibrate and establish roots, all right? And the breaking of ground and establishing roots can be very difficult at times. So, one of the things that I've learned over the years to do, oh my, I forgot, oh my, didn't expect that. One of the things I've learned to do in recalibrating and when I'm going through things of transition is to take the moment out to pause. We have to pause. We have to pause because when we pause, we're allowing ourselves to connect with all that there is, to disconnect from all that's outside, but to get centered and connect with all that there is, which is our divine right. Okay, to get connected with ourselves. And so when we get connected, we're able to then start to get some grounding and get some roots, under us. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Is it making sense that we can get some roots up under us when we get calibrated, when we sit still? And sitting still allows us, this, if I kept pulling this up every week and moving it to a different location, the chances of her connecting and growing roots are very slim. Very slim. Just as with yourself, if you're constantly pulling yourself up out of situations, running from things, okay, this is a wellness check because running from things is not always the best option. Running towards things, now that's a better choice. Running and moving towards what you want to experience. And in fact, it often comes to you, but you don't have to run from it. All right. You do not have to run from it. It will come to you. So, you want to give yourself some time. Give yourself some time, rich friend. I'm going to tell you this. Give yourself some time. So, we're here in the beginning of a year. You could say, give yourself a 90-day run, at least a 90-day run on a particular small idea, but on a big vision, like a career change or even a relocation to another city or a new relationship. All right. Give yourself some time, a window of time, so that you can at least establish some roots and then have the opportunity to start to grow and flourish and blossom and bloom. And one of the things to do that, and one of the things that happen during that process is you'll start to love some of the things and you'll also start to realize some of the things I don't like. And you have an opportunity here again to calibrate. The calibrate is when we say calibrate, that means like getting up to speed with it, getting things steady. Like vehicles, if your tires are unbalanced, like you have, 40 pounds in one and you have 20 in the other, you're going to have a wobbly ride. But if you put enough air pressure in each one, they get aligned and they start to be able to balance and you can have a smooth ride. And that's almost like calibration. You guys, my mechanic people, you can chime in and let me know how to better describe this here. But calibration is getting up to speed with what you want. Getting up to speed with what you want. And one of the best ways to get up to speed with what you want to experience is to find a way to love what you are, where you are, loving where you are, loving where you are right now enough that you love to move forward loving what you want to experience more of as well in this midst of loving where you are. You can do both. You can do both. I mean, you say, hey, Vivian, I don't like where I'm living right now. I do not like anything about my surroundings. I do not like any of it, none of it. And I don't even want to try to fall in love with it. Well, my rich friend, it's going to be a very long transition because you're carrying energy of dislike and you're trying to take it with you into a place that you want to go. They just don't match like that, okay? It just doesn't work that way. And with that dislike, even if you do physically get to this other place, you still have that dislike energy with you. And shortly, within this short period of time, most likely you're going to dislike where you are. It's all about you learning to calibrate yourself, rich friend. We get to calibrate ourselves. And one of the terms that really helps a lot when we have the opportunity to do things that we prefer not to is get saying, I get to. I get to. That was one of the phrases that helped me a lot. Like some of the things I'm learning and I had to learn with regards to the life transition I've chosen. I had to look at it and say, well, wait a minute. I was looking at this long list of I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do this and that and the third, right? You got to do all. I have to do all these things. I have to post. I have to have social media set up. I have to learn how to get hashtags, how to work on different platforms. I have to learn this, finances. Okay, I got to get better with how to teach what I know, finances, how to teach it and not just do it. Okay. Those were all learning things that I said I got to do. But when I shifted my mindset around and changed one term, I get to, I get to, I get to. So say that with me. Type it in the chat, rich friend. I get to. I get to. Whatever it is you think you have to do, say, I get to do it. And when you're saying that I get to do it, it's sending forth an energy of appreciation. Because when you get to do things, you appreciate it. You get to go to Rome. You get to take a winter vacation. You get to get a paycheck on Wednesday or Friday or whatever day it is. You get to. When you start seeing those as opportunities as getting to, as opposed to have to, the things you get to do to you'll get to have. All right? When you loving it, you got to find a place where we get to find a place where we love where we are. Loving where we are creates opportunities. I can recall, when I had my preschool, and let's just stick. I can even tell you this one here. I can recall when I was living in a place I did not like. I just did not like, and the people there did not like me to be there because I've always had my own place, but I had an opportunity to be somewhere that I really liked. However, the particular location I did not like. The housing I did not like. You ever been there? You ever been there before? Well, when I was there and experiencing that, the people made it very difficult and well known that I was not welcome. And I was like, oh, but during that process of time, I started finding little things each day to delight myself in and to enjoy and to love, and started in that creating a vision. We all talk about vision boards, creating a vision and seeing in my mind's eye things that I do love about where I am, but what how can I enhance that? Seeing it in a better perspective. And over time I was able to manifest in my mind first and foremost. That's where it starts. See it in my mind. Okay, I'd love to have, if I'm going to live here in this state, I want to know that I'm living in Hawaii. All right, that was my thing. If I'm living in Hawaii, I want to know that I'm living in Hawaii. I don't want to live in a suburban area up in the mountain where I don't see water. I mean, the mountains is cool because I'm from Florida and that's something we just don't have here. So that was an experience I enjoyed. However, I want to wake up and know that I am on an island, right? That was it, right? If you're going to have the Hawaiian life, you may as well have the Hawaiian life. Would you agree? I definitely would. I say that. So, in the process of time, I was able to create an experience where I was able to live ocean front. Say it with me. Oceanfront in Hawaii. Oceanfront in Hawaii. Okay? With ease. Let me add that to you. With ease. Acquiring the property, getting into the property was done with ease. Never have, no struggle, no challenge. It was totally with ease. But what it all came from, an unpleasant situation where I chose to see the good in that and to create from that mess some, my message in a sense that you can live richer with ease, even where you are right now, even if it's your employer. I heard someone say recently they got to leave their job, they hate their job. Well, my rich friend, that's not going to serve that person or you fastly with that attitude, because trust and believe it will follow with you, it will carry forward with you. I want you to check in on your wellness today. Check in on yourself and see how you're feeling, more importantly, and then check out and see how other people are feeling as well. But mainly, I want you to look at and make sure you can do this, that you can love where you are, wherever you are, and whatever you experience. Find one thing about it today to love, one thing about yourself, most importantly, to love, one thing that you can declare and say, I love this and I love me. I love this and I love me. And you're building that next to the next to the next to the next. I want to invite you to visit us over at Live Richer with Ease for resources to help you along your journey of wellness as you're building wealth through business. That's livericherwithease.com. That's where you can visit, and you can find resources there to help you along your journey of wellness as you're building wealth through business with ease. And today I want to leave you with one affirmation. So say it with me, rich friends. Come on, say this with me. I love the good that I desire. I love the good that I desire. That's the only way you're going to get it into your experience. Say it with me. I love the good I desire. I love the good I desire. Through love, that's how you bring things into your experience. All right. And I'm looking forward to share with you all in a little bit in a few weeks. We're going to have a nice, beautiful green and purple, um, maybe a few months, green and purple tea leaf sitting back here behind us on one of our wellness shows, just as we were able to cultivate and bring this red one up. These little red flowers here are blossoming and blooming. They were replanted as well. And look how they've come along. So I know you're going to come along quite well too, rich friends, once you start to apply the principle of love. Apply the principle of loving where you are and finding something that to loving your desires. You're going to have a great day because it's a great day to be rich. Realize I create happiness. Until next time, rich friend, have a wonderful, rich day.